All right, furthermore, I thought I would do an extension of that. That was actually a live that I did in a Facebook group, and I thought I would share it back on the podcast, but I didn't tell you guys what's on the menu for the week ahead. And I think that these kind of ideas that I rattle off can help you sometimes, and maybe think like, oh my gosh, that's a really good idea. So on the meal planner, which I put back on the fridge, as you do. All right, so today's a Monday at the time of this recording, and I said that Mondays are kind of my really short days. They're days that I pick up my son from school at normal time, so they're short, and it's coming on the back end of a weekend, which means lots of washing and other household chores and administrative stuff and getting back to my emails and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of keep it easy, and today I'm going to do a leek and mushroom risotto, which, bear with me, I'm actually going to do a baked one. So my baked risotto is literally in a French oven, casserole pot. I sweat out like leek, garlic, onion, butter, some herbs. I add the mushrooms, I add the rice, I add the stock. I put it in the oven and I bake it. It is so easy. It is a no stir risotto. Is it exactly like a normal stir risotto? No, it's not, but it's very, very, like, it's amazing. Anyway, so that is that. And then tomorrow I'm recipe developing for a cookbook. So I'm going to be making, I'm going to actually be doing a couple of cookbooks, because I was like, oh, I feel like I want to do this and I want to do that. So I'm actually going to do a gnocchi cookbook, and there's going to be different kind of gnocchis, and I'm going to do classes around the gnocchi recipes. This week on Wednesday, I'm perfecting a basic potato gnocchi recipe. I've done it once or twice, but I really want to just finalize it, make sure it's written out properly, and we're going to do a class on that together, because homemade gnocchi is so easy. There is potato, I do a ricotta one, I'm doing different flavors, like I've recipe developed a beetroot one with goat's cheese and watercress and lemon zest and walnuts and all that jazz. And I think that stuff like that, recipes like gnocchi, can seem a little bit intimidating and, oh my God, like so time consuming. But if we do it in a class, we're doing it together, we'll build up that fridge stash, so that when you go to step one that I kind of spoke about, you'll see the gnocchi in the freezer. You'll see maybe you have some pesto or some sauce or some passata, tinned tomatoes, whatever it is. You could even do a cacio e pepe, which is just a simple, cheese, pecorino, salt, pepper, salted pasta water. Easy, ready to go. You have stuff in the freezer ready to go. And who doesn't like gnocchi? I feel like everyone loves gnocchi. Then I'm going to do another cookbook on, I'm really loving, I think I'm going to do it as an ebook, as bowl dishes. I spoke about this on the live, and I love bowl dishes at the moment, and I think it's because I have a fussy child who doesn't eat everything. So my theory behind that is that every kid likes something different, and I'm sick and tired of trying to accommodate for all of them. But I thought if I do bowls, then at least there's elements that everyone in the house will like. So I'm going to do a sesame chicken bowl. I don't know if it's going to be with rice or noodles. I'm going to work that out tomorrow. And I've got some Asian greens like bok choy or Chinese broccoli, which I'll saute up. That's going to be in another book. And I love these ideas because so often things like kofta, right, which is Middle Eastern, the Middle Eastern version of rissoles, which I hate to compare, but that's in a nutshell what it is. Things like that I can bulk do and leave in the freezer. So if I have, say for example, kofta or chicken or some beef strips, I can saute or grill that up, add in some boiled rice. I'm sure that most kids like rice or noodles, right? Noodles or a pasta or quinoa or couscous, right? All these different variations. Add in some pickled chili that I have a recipe on the website for. Add in some pickled onions, or add in a salad that if I know that my children, I want to marinate it, well then I can just leave some plain ones aside. And so I'm loving the bowl idea at the moment, and I think that's definitely something that I need to produce and put out to you guys, because the things that the ideas that you can take away from it is so easy. Double and triple batch always. Thursday's my birthday. So we're gonna eat out, and I do not feel guilty at all about it. I love it. And I'm gonna do a chicken soup on another day, my slow cooker chicken soup recipe, which at the time of this will be out on the website, on the blog, so you can, I'll link it up in the show notes, or I'll link up my my free recipe link and you can go have a look there. So good, so amazing, super easy. Dump in the slow cooker, ready to go. I'm gonna put a whole chicken in this time. I found a really good free range whole chicken. I'm gonna put that all in. Otherwise you could just use lovely legs, you could use thigh fillets alone, you could use chicken breast. I add in some brown rice because I like the element of brown rice to it. You could leave without, you could change it and put some risotto. So many different variations, but I love that. Some books at the moment. I've got a One Pan Perfect cookbook by Donna Hay, and I love the thought of simplifying things. I love the thought of also when I do my book that I want to do bases and what you can build up with the bases. And we are under so much pressure as women, working women, as mums, as all that to do, kind of raise your families as though we don't work, but also work as though we don't have families, and it's a lot of pressure on us. So hopefully these podcast episodes, these videos, wherever you're listening, on YouTube or the podcast, you know, gives you some sort of idea and inspiration of just really simplifying things and really utilizing your pantry staples, your freezer, your fridge, using up what you have first. I guarantee if you do step one and look at what you've got, you are going to get ideas, right? And sometimes it's about being flexible. So even though I've allocated, for example, risotto today, if we don't feel like it and I'm just like, nah, screw this, on the weekend we already had pasta and stuff, I will swap it over. I'll be like, you know what? I'll make that towards the end of the week. And I'm gonna make a noodle bowl today because we kind of feel like it. It's easy. I can work with it and whatever. But it's not so. That's the easy part. I think it's more just sitting down, picking a day. For me, it's always a Thursday. I sit down and I feel like sometimes, I know this can sometimes feel like it's a waste of time. You feel like, oh my God, I could be doing something more productive. But in actual fact is that in 1 hour, if you map out all your meals for the week ahead, you can schedule out your groceries for the next day. You're not overspending, you're not wasting anything, and you're also eating proper, nutritious food. And just sticking to that. I know it sounds so like, Marilyn, seriously, it's not as easy. But if you could try to just stick to it, I'm sure you'll get lots of ideas using what you have already. And every week you'll feel so much better. And half the time when I'm making dinner, I make enough to either double batch to build up a freezer stash, or I'm having leftovers for the following day at lunch. Because I don't know about you guys, but lunch is my downfall, because I never really factor in my lunches, and that's something that I'm working on doing as well when I'm meal planning, thinking of things that I can also additionally make. Whether it's usually in winter, I'll make a pot of soup at the beginning of the week, and I'll have that in the fridge to kind of eat for lunch throughout the week if I don't have leftovers, because otherwise I'll end up snacking on chips. I'm not the only one, I can guarantee you. Anyway, hopefully this podcast has helped you. This video has helped you wherever you're watching. Feel free to DM me to ask me any questions about it. Feel free to ask me any struggles or whatever. I've also established a little downloadable ebook that you can purchase on the website. I'll link it below. It's got 15 recipes along with the shopping list to go with each one. So if you're feeling stumped and you're like, I don't know what to cook, you can go purchase that. It's a downloadable sort of like ebook. I've composed 15 of my recipes. They're easy, some are amazing. You can always change them up, and with the shopping list. So you could literally just be like, right, I'm gonna cook all these dishes for the week. Here's a shopping list with it. All you have to do is add on your household items and you are done. You are done. So hopefully that helps you. I'll link that all up. But yeah, love to hear from you. Until next time.